Anyo, and welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for being here. It has been a while. I mean, let's be honest. Say hi, Myrtle. That's my new baby. Doesn't she look like Moaning Myrtle? When her ears are down and droopy, she looks like Moaning Myrtle to me. Anyway, hence the name. But anyway, it's been a hot minute. I haven't uploaded any videos. My intentions were, and intentions are always, they're like the best laid plans. Things happen. So I thought, oh, we'll get the floors done and we'll get everything, set up, and then I'll just bring all my glass home because we had everything in storage, and I'll just do this big, huge video and we'll show all my glass. It just wasn't happening. Everything is super expensive right now. I don't know if you've ever priced flooring. We do have flooring for our bedroom, so off the list of stuff. But if you've ever had to price flooring, it's redonk. And yeah, so it's just been kind of one of those like crazy things where moving into a fixer-upper, you just have no idea like how it's gonna work out, especially since you have to live in it. So I don't have the luxury of owning another home, fixing this one up, getting everything ready, moving in. That would be amazeballs. Not my life. So we're having to do things kind of piece by piece. We have replaced the front door. My husband hasn't put the trim in yet. Kind of just going through the list of things that we need to get done. It became one of those where do you start sort of things. And I really want to get all of our stuff out of storage in Mustang because we no longer live there. We're like an hour away. And anytime he needs to do something, dollars for donuts, we're driving an hour to go get the crap he needs to bring it back, because you never know what's going to happen. We had a water line break in our bathroom. The furnace went out. We had to fix the furnace again yesterday, but he got that taken care of. It was easy peasy. But again, he had to go to the storage unit to get the tools he needs because he still doesn't have a proper garage, because the garage that's here is a hot mess. So if you saw my other video, you probably saw the dirt floor garage that's not watertight, and I just can't see the sense of worth of tools that will get ruined in that garage. And I certainly don't have room in the house for them. So it's one of those, okay, where do you start? You put the stuff here, you put the stuff here, you do, and then it just became kind of a thing. But long story short, I have been missing my milk glass, like horribly. We actually went several months where I wasn't buying any because obviously, hello, we're trying to fix my house, but I really miss milk glass. And I know it's probably the most pathetic thing to say, and I'm sure a lot of people like it, and it's a strange illness to have, but I really do miss my milk glass. I love to collect it. I love to look at it. I like hunting for it. I like finding new pieces that I don't have and adding them to my collection and then being able to look at them. It's weird. But you can thank my grandfather. He started me when I was 12. It is what it is. Anyway, so like I was saying, so we decided to bring the milk glass home because I was missing my milk glass. And also the other problem that I was having is we had bought a lot of boxes, but we spent a ton of money on boxes, and these boxes are garbage. And they've begun to kind of like slowly compress, and I had never intended for them to be in storage for so long, but like I said, life happens, whatever, and I felt now's the time to get them unpacked before the boxes completely crush. So even though the floors are not done, the walls are not finished or anything like that, and I know I'm gonna end up having to repack everything or shuffle things around for us to do the floors, I'm fine. As long as I can see my glass again and know that it's all safe, I will be a happy child. But anyhow, so that's why the milk glass is home, and that's why I'm going to spend the rest of today and as I can getting everything on. But I was gifted some beautiful pieces around Christmas, and then my husband did take me out and we got a few things for my birthday. Of course, his birthday's the very next day. And so I've just kind of had them in a couple of different cabinets. Now we do have, how many cabinets do I have? I have 6 cabinets. So I have 6 china cabinets that I'm going to be trying to load up. And I have 24 boxes of milk glass here. So yeah, it's a lot. So today's video is just going to be, I'm going to show you real quick the things that I have gotten over the last couple of months, and then I will be making some more videos today as well, unpacking glass and trying to figure out which cabinets I'm going to put everything into. I'm really keen on doing each cabinet by maker, and then the last cabinet will be like the pieces I don't have a ton of. Like I don't have a ton of Hazel Atlas. I don't have a ton of like McKee. I have a ton of like Hempel. There's just certain companies I don't have a ton of that I'm going to put into one cabinet. But there's other collections that I have kind of exploded. So I know I have several videos out that I put, like my Indiana glass collection, my Fenton, those have all kind of, I've gotten a few more pieces. I do have some more Imperial glass. I do have more Westmoreland. So I know it's a problem. And it's definitely a me problem. But when I do buy milk glass, I don't ever pay a lot for it. It's milk glass. I mean, honestly, here in Oklahoma, it's plentiful. And so could I spend a lot of money on milk glass? Of course. There are a lot of companies I don't have in my collection. I think I have 1 or 2 pieces that are not American made. I would say probably 99% of my collection is all made here in the US. And I'm kind of proud of that. I think it's an amazing accomplishment that in our country we have produced, and by we I mean as a nation, some of the best milk glass that is still, you know, perfectly functional, useful pieces that have withstood the test of time, and the patterns are timeless. So I think that's kind of a cool thing. Maybe it's just a me thing, I don't know. But there are some French pieces. They're mainly the covered dishes. I'm trying to think of what the name of it is. If I can remember what the name of it is, Linda, if you remember what the name of it is, put it in here. And maybe a picture or two, if you remember. Just gorgeous, and they are beautiful. And so because I do like covered dishes so much, I'm tempted. I am very tempted. I don't know that there's something that I would necessarily find here in Oklahoma. The main companies you can find in Oklahoma, at least that I have found, are Fostoria, Imperial, Westmoreland, and Indiana. They're just something you can find pretty easily. Sorry, I've got dogs everywhere. And I'm also, if you're brand new here, I'm so sorry. I say a lot. So for Christmas, honestly, I can't remember if it was all Christmas or just around my birthday or whatever, because I'll just show you the pieces that I got. And I'll tell you who they're from. And I know my best friend, my soul sister, will watch the video, and then she can correct down below what the time frame was, because I know she gifted them to me. But I couldn't tell you if it was for my birthday or if it was for Christmas, to be honest with you. Because I have slept since I was gifted them, and I have enjoyed looking at them, but I'll be damned if I can remember which one was which. So, picked this up a couple of weeks ago at the antique shop where we used to have our booth. We don't have a booth there anymore because we moved, and I can't see the sense in driving an hour to go hang out at the shop all day. And it makes it really difficult to restock things. So from what I can tell, it does say 1965 on it, and it does say I think it's Indiana glass is what I think it is. But there's this one. I think it's like a little ice cream custard dish. Super cute. I had never seen this particular shape before. And I apologize, my nails are terrible. I was gonna repaint them just to unpack boxes. So hopefully y'all are okay with that. Yeah, I love that. I thought it was super cute. Oops, sorry, bonked a cat. This was a gift, and I do know this one was from Christmas, because a friend of mine, her mom gifted it to me. So, and it's a hobo boot. I had never seen one. Isn't that the cutest thing? And it's got like his little toes are poking through. It's so cute. There's no maker's mark on it. I'll have to look it up more. I just haven't really had a lot of time to look up everything. Some things I know just because I know, but other things I just haven't had time to look up yet. But isn't that the cutest little thing? It's adorable. It's a toothpick holder. Super cute. Let's see. This was, oh, I should just get these around. Oops, sorry, shook ya. This was actually a gift from my husband for Easter. It's Westmoreland. The quilted pattern, I'll give you the correct name. I can't remember if it's called antique or old quilt. Anyway, it's their quilted pattern. Hand painted. It does have the Westmoreland W on the bottom. It's just a candy dish. It reminded me of an egg. And we got this one out at the Warehouse Antique Mall in Oklahoma City. It's super cute. And this one was $10, if anybody cares. It's $10. So there's that, and I just thought it was super cute. And then I love the fact that it's got the painting on it, like the roses and little flowers and stuff. I think they're roses, I don't know, they're flowers. Because it does give it that Easter egg kind of look also, and that's kind of shaped like an Easter egg. I think it's probably supposed to, I don't know, their take on a ginger jar maybe or something, but very cute. So there's that. Then we went back last week to Warehouse Antique Mall because he had gotten something from one of the auction sites that, and our friend has an auction that she does on Facebook. Anyhow, hi Tina, if you ever watch. Anyway, so that was the reason why we went there for Easter, was because we were picking up something from her. And then we went back this last week because he also got something else from Tina. So the first week he'd gotten himself, you know, I think I showed in another video previously, he collects like the Toby jugs, and I call them his ugly heads, his ugly men. And she had one with a bulldog, and my husband's favorite dog of all time is a bulldog. Don't tell my dogs, but that's what he likes. And so anyway, so he got that. So that's the whole reason why we're at Warehouse Antique Mall, because we don't normally go. It's kind of out of ways. But anyway, I had to go pick that up anyway, and then I got my Easter egg. So I went back last week to pick up this really beautiful frame made in Korea, and he found this, and it kind of matches. I mean, it's very similar. It's got the hand painting on it, but of course this one is Fenton. But I thought it was super cute. And this one is actually signed. Is it up right side up? Nope, of course not. That'd be too easy. You can see it's Fenton. Now, of course, since it is marked, this will be from the 1970s. And there is no number that would denote like 80s, 90s, or so on. But it is marked, so it's like around 1970s. But hand painted is still super cute, and I love the flowers on it. So there's that. These were for my birthday. I do know this much. I don't know a whole lot of things, but I do know this. We had gone to a Goodwill that we had not been to before, and these were like $1 a piece. Oh, the other little dish from Fenton was also $10. I don't know if you guys care about prices or not. But anyhow, these were from the Goodwill, and they look like they'd be the same, but they're actually just slightly different. I don't know if you can tell, but like this one has like a little bottom part here, and this is like a lot more prominent than the bottom part here on this one. They're very cute. I'm gonna use them to put in my bathroom for toothbrushes because I thought they were super cute. And I don't know, they seem like they'd be kind of a weird thing to drink out of, so I'm assuming they must be for something of that nature. They are not marked, and I haven't looked them up yet either. They're not really grapes, they're like raspberries. Raspberries. Has anybody else seen what is it? Is it Super Troopers? Or the schnozberries? Tastes like schnozberries. Anyway, I digress. Oh, I should probably get my flipping fat fingers out of the way so you guys can actually see the pattern. But I think they're super cute. And then you can see like these little raspberries here. Or schnozberries. I know, I just thought they were super cute. And for like $1 a piece, like hello, it's milk glass. You can't go wrong. And that was all we got from the Goodwill. but they're super cute. I'm taking it upon my life in my own hands at this point, setting stuff on the floor, just to let you know. I can't remember. So these pieces I was showing, other than the Easter one and the one from just last week, I can't remember if it was birthday or Christmas from my husband. I don't think he honestly cares if I remember or not, but I'm just saying. He did get me these as well. And again, birthday, Christmas, who knows? These are Westmoreland panel grape. And of course, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I have other salt and pepper shakers. But I didn't have any panel grape ones that were like a complete set. And the tops on these are like almost perfect. Like sometimes you get them and they're corroded, I guess, from being used. And it's usually the salt one that tends to be like super corroded. This one does have a little bit right here, but I mean, otherwise they're like perfect. And it's really hard to find salt and pepper shakers that aren't like all wonky on the top. Because you wouldn't want to use them. I mean, I guess you could, I suppose. I wouldn't want to use them if they were like super corroded, but I don't know. I guess you could if you wanted to. So those are for that. And then I didn't have a juicer in my collection, which I thought was kind of strange to not have a juicer. Because of all the weird things that I have, I didn't have a juicer. I have a gravy boat, I have a butter dish, I have all these other bits and bobs and whatever. And so he found me a juicer. And it says Sunkissed on it. Can you see that? Maybe you can see this. Can you see it? I don't know. But it says Sunkissed. And it's in perfect shape. And this actually came from one of the antique shops in Shawnee, Oklahoma, which is not too far from where we live, or from the town that we live in. It's still a bit of a drive because everything's a bit of a drive. But we hadn't been to any of the antique shops. We heard they're pretty good and found this. And I don't even remember how much it was, to be honest with you. But it does say made in the USA. And I think it was Hazel Atlas or Libby that made the juicer? I can't remember. If I remember and I think about it, I'll have to mark that somewhere on the screen. There's that. Super cute. I don't remember how much that was. And I don't remember how much the salt and pepper shakers were. But they probably weren't very much. And then Roger got this for me. And I'm pretty sure it's Indiana glass. Because it feels like Indiana glass. Like Indiana glass has like a feel to it. Like the glass itself just has, I don't know, it feels a certain way. So it has like, you know, like if you were like a portrait or a cameo could have been there or something. It's what, like a frame. And it's got what I would think would be the harvest grape pattern handle, but it's a little pitcher. Boop, 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 boop. It's super cute. I imagine you could use it like a syrup pitcher because it seems like an awful lot of creamer, but I don't know, maybe if you like a little coffee with your cream, this would be perfect. But yeah, it's super, and it's weighty. I mean, it looks like to me it reminds me of a beer stein, but it's a pitcher. But it's got that kind of like weight to it where it's like very bottom heavy, but then it has that very Indiana glass feel to it, which is why I think it's Indiana glass. I'll have to look it up and tell you. No idea how much this one was either. Sorry. I should do a better job of keeping track, but this one, when we found this piece, I carried it around everywhere because I was so excited. And all I could think of was like, oh, this would be so amazing for like my mashed potatoes at the holidays. But it's a Westmoreland, and it still has a sticker, Westmoreland panel grape serving dish, compote kind of thing. But I thought it'd be so cute to put like potatoes, and then I put my gravy boat out, you know. Because the entire purpose is at some point I will be able to have people over, and I have a service for 13, which I know is an odd number, but you always need that extra piece just in case. But I have a full service of 12 plates and everything. So I think that's kind of cool. So, and of course it'll be a mixture of different companies and patterns and stuff, but majority of my collection is the grape pattern. So there's that. This one, I think this one was 20 maybe, or 15 or 20, I don't remember. But isn't it beautiful? I love it so much, and it's so heavy. So I think with some whipped potatoes in it, it's gonna be pretty heavy, but I love it. I'm super excited to have it in my collection. So I'm hoping to have one of the cabinets for Westmoreland, one for Fenton, one for Indiana, and this will probably be the Indiana one. We still need to get the glass panels for it because the glass that it came with was way too thin. It was not the oh my Lanta, like the word is right there on the tip of my tongue. Ugh. When I think of it, I'll say it, and it'll probably be like 10 o'clock tonight. But anyway, it's not the right kind of glass. Tempered. Oh, ooh, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. It's not tempered glass. It was just plain glass, like you would use for like the doors or whatever. But when you're displaying things in a china cabinet, you need tempered glass because otherwise there's, you know, too much weight. And obviously my collection weighs a freaking ton, which I can attest to because carrying this stuff from the storage to the truck, from the truck into the house was brutal yesterday. I'm getting way too old for this. The last thing that I got from my husband was this milk glass plate. And it's an older piece, and you can tell because, I don't know if you can tell or not. If I was sitting in the right kind of lighting, you can actually kind of, I don't know, can you see my hand through it or not? I don't know, maybe you can. Anyway, you can definitely see the ring of fire in this, and it has more of that skim milk kind of look to it, and the detailing on it is very, with a lot of the older pieces, they were much more, because they were trying to mimic porcelain, like fine bone china, that kind of thing, which at that period of time when they started making milk glass, and I think I have a couple other videos that kind of go more into the history of it, but initially when they were trying to mimic the look, at that point in time, you can only get fine porcelain like that from China, hence why it's called China. But it was very, very costly, so only, you know, the top echelon of people could afford it, so milk glass came to be. But you can tell with older milk glass, it tended to be a little more ornate, more lacy, because they really were trying to mimic porcelain. Whereas by, you know, the 1900s, glass makers weren't trying so hard to mimic the finer details of porcelain. It was just people really liked the milk glass. So this is from my best friend, and I did not have this candlestick. Or maybe I have one and I didn't have another one. I don't know, but the candlestick. And I love candlesticks. I love candles, although I never have any candles in my candlestick, so go figure. Of course, I also love vases, and I never have any flowers in them either, so eh. This one, of course, Fenton. It still has part of its sticker, so obviously pre-1970s, because that is the only marking on it, is the sticker that's kind of gone, but we can tell it's Fenton because of the type of hobnail. Their hobnails are very specific. very true to Fenton. Now this is the pièce de résistance from my best friend, and I was so excited when she picked it up for me. And so don't tell my milk glass, but like my favorite milk glass is Imperial glass. There's something about the edge that they put on, like their little sawtooth edge, or I'm sure it has another name other than sawtooth, but whatever. It feels a certain way. And so as soon as I see an Imperial glass piece and I feel the Imperial glass piece, I know it's Imperial glass piece. Even before I flipped it over, before I've done anything else to it, there's just something about it. Like the quality of the milk glass, there's just a certain something. And anyway, it's a butter, if you want to put butter in it, or a cheese ball covered dish. And instead of being like the usual, like, because I have a lot of pieces that have like their grape pattern, which I love their grape pattern. And I don't know if there's a specific name for that grape pattern. I just call it grape pattern, whatever. This one's actually roses and ivy. Or maybe it's ivy, roses, rosy. But it is so stunning. And she's kind of big. Now, you could put a big old like cheese ball in there. So I'm thinking, you know, with the terrine, I think a terrine is a covered thing though, right? Like, isn't a terrine like, when I think just terrine, I think like soup terrine, but maybe terrine also means you put your potatoes in it. I don't know. So the other serving dish, this, the gravy boat, my butter dish, I feel like I'm getting, you know, what I need to have, like, to host the holidays at some point at my house. Will that happen? Who knows? Because at this point in time, all of my tables are in storage still. Ooh. But anyhow, you see the lid. I mean, they just do such a beautiful job with their detailing. So like, I will show you the edge of this. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those leaves. It's so pretty. And then this is what I mean, like, see that how like nice and soft that is? When I unpack my McKee and Kemple and stuff, you'll see that theirs is very like very much like you could like probably use it to cut something. Very sharp, very pointy, very angular. This is always like nicely, gently rounded, and it feels so good in the hands. Like, I love this piece. And then the back, they always do such a nice job with like the back. And then, do I have you right side up? Oh, I do. Bless it. I do. So you can see can you see it? Ooh, I can't tell if you guys can see it or not, but anyway, there's the IG for the Imperial glass. And of course, when you hold it up, you can see, my lighting in here is like awful. Awful, awful, awful. But anyway, you can see the starburst pattern in the bottom. You'll just have to take my word for it. I'd try moving my camera some other way, and then I'd never get you back, and you'd be looking at God only knows what. Inside this beauteous thing, do you see the scalloped, channeled, textured inside? Isn't that pretty? You can kind of see my hands through it. See how nice and like translucent their glass is, but still very white. I love that. I love that about their glass. And it also has that same texturing here. So very much, you know, copying, mimicking the outside, the inside, you know, so it's like very uniform, very beautiful. They do such a lovely job. But check out these roses. Like, yo, man, aren't these gorgeous? And these leaves, like, even like the little detail, like the veining in the leaves, and like the edge of the, you know, because rose leaves are, you know, as they are. And then I'm gonna try to see if I show you like right here. It even has the thorns, like crazy. So when you think about these pieces, these were all pressed glass. I think blown glass is stunning, and what they can make with blown glass is incredible. But these were pressed molten glass into a mold. It just kills me how they were able to do such beautiful pieces. The other detail, it's not on the base of this one, but it is here on the top. So the other detail with Imperial glass that I have noticed, and I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but all my other Imperial glass pieces have this, where it has like a band of a few lines, like 2 to 3 sometimes lines, and it goes all the way around here on this piece, and then of course the top, the tippy top has like that kind of a bullseye. But I've noticed that with the Imperial glass, they also always have that little like ribbon of lines around them. Gorgeous. So I just thought it was stunning. And so when she picked it up, she did send me a picture, and I was like, because Crystal also collects glass, but she collects a lot more of the jadeite, delphite, or delphine. Anyway, she collects the green, the blue, a little bit of the pink. She likes the color glass more, but she does have a few milk glass pieces, and she's not big on the grapes, but she likes the other stuff, some of it. So I was like, oh, when she saw it, and I was like, because I don't have one, didn't have one, and so she gifted it to me, and I was like super excited because it's gorgeous. And so I got some really amazing pieces the last couple of months. Super blessed, so grateful, and they will be beautifully displayed with the rest of their kinfolk in one of my 6 cabinets. However I get it separated out, I got to do some rearranging, because Roger is using one of the cabinets right now because we don't have the shelves up yet in the room for his collections and stuff. So it's kind of like, I don't know, we're kind of all over the place. Either way, I'm gonna be unpacking some glass. Stay tuned for future videos if you want to watch me run around my house trying to unpack glass like a mad woman, because that's how I do. But yeah, so that's all I have for right now. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you liked the video, please comment down below, give it a thumbs up, do all the fun things. Means the world to me. I have an actual plan of like actual videos I want to get done. So yeah, I'm hoping that you guys like this one, and stay tuned for more. And I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all, and bye.